Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Azure Plays More Harvest Moon for the Game Boy Color. Yeah, this episode is going to be a little bit wonky, mainly because I had to play through an entire other year of the game again in order to get Ranch Master. So it's going to be a lot of cuts because obviously I'm not going to show an entire year in an episode, mainly due to the fact that it's going to take at least 8 hours for me to complete the rest of this game. So beginning off, honestly, I had to go through the entire year, so spring happens, of course. And I just start working on my crops because I need to at least get 4,500 crops in order to get Ranch Master. That's all I really need at this point. It's just that. So I start work on that. Spring is a simple time where I just get the singles constantly. I don't have any regrowing crops, so there isn't really too much I could do there. When it comes to actually growing my crops though, I decided to just clear out the field and set 11 plots of just straight lines. So I could do up to 12 crops on a plot by having 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom. Make it a little bit easier for me to just kind of go around the crops and just space it out a little bit. I also took the time in spring to put grass in my entire field just so I have like a dedicated area and then everything else is just nothing but grass. Plus, I actually added grass around my crops just to make it look a little bit nicer so I have like those actual plots of land for the crops. Makes it a little easier for me to plant everything too. I mean, honestly, it's all just decoration at this point, and you can do whatever you want to do. But I'm just doing it like this because honestly, even in my best day, I only really can get 6 times 12 amount of crops in a day just pulled out of the ground and then shipped, even if going my fastest. So I figured 11 plots is fine. I mean, not really too much I can do about it because, again, you only can really go so fast with the horse as it is. So that's what I decided to do. But about halfway through spring, I actually get the apple juice event. Oddly enough, finally, I don't know why I got it now. But when this event triggers, you can actually buy apple juice at the store now. So that's just another thing I need to buy 99 of. So there's that. A little weird that I get the apple juice event now, but oh well. And this scene is kind of localized weirdly. You'll see what I mean. I made a new kind of fruit juice. Would you like to try it? It's made from wild grapes, lemons, honeys, apples, cranberries, figs, kiwis, and limes. Would you like a glass of juice? Yes, I already drank it. Oh, thank you. I was wondering how it would taste. It'll be in stores soon. Please look for it. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I drank it and then I said, yes, I want some. That makes sense. Once spring 11 hits though, however, milk is actually finally fully grown up. So now I have 4 fully grown cows. And a couple days later, now they're all really happy enough to where I start getting large milk from them. So that pretty much means that, hey, I have the best cows in the game, they're all really happy, I'm good to go. Which is actually kind of nice because I need to start working on getting at least 200 milks shipped out so I can start getting some useful stuff out of it. That useful stuff won't come until later though, because a couple days later, Nina actually goes missing. Azure, have you seen Nina? She hasn't come back home since yesterday. I know you are busy, but could you please help find her? Yes, of course. I'll go check her house. Actually, could you check around your ranch? No question mark, thank you for that. Finding her is rather easy, but I want to take care of everything that I can around the ranch first before I do, because it will make time advance to 6 p.m. She will be with the harvest price though, and another particularly weird localization choice where I actually say something. Azure, what are you doing here, Nina? I thought I was picking wild flowers and dancing with the harvest sprites. What? Everyone is looking for me. I thought I was only away for an hour. What? It's been over a day? I better hurry home. See you soon, Azure. Having events where the characters actually have character in a game where there's no marriage is kind of weird to me, but fast forward a couple more days and towards the end of the spring, we're dealing with the usual picnic. Hello, Azure. I hope you weren't too busy. Let's go on a picnic. Yep, another picnic. The weather is nice today. I was looking forward, that's weird, having a picnic. Occasionally, it is good to take a day off. Everyone needs to relax. It helps create a strong mind. What a beautiful day, Azure. I wish Eve and Anne could have come. Look at the time. We should be going home. The usual picnic. I swear with the typos, this game is starting to fall apart at the seams a little bit. But once summer hits, I actually start going back to the regrowing crops, which is kind of nice because I'm just going pretty much to do exclusively tomatoes at this point. Which, yeah, they will take forever to grow. They are regrowable, and I'll just make all my money back. And possibly get enough to where I actually get my crop limit that I need for Ranch Master. After many days though, on the 12th of summer, I actually am able to get the cheese and butter maker. This is why I needed to get 200 milk shipped out so I can start making cheese and butter out of the milk. A big downside being that they do cost 30,000 a pop, so you need to have 60,000 in order to even buy them to begin with. There is a drawback to both of these things though. When you get milk and you go to put them in either the cheese or the butter maker, they do take a little bit of time and they lock your controls until the animation is done, which can be a little bit of a hassle, but it is worth it considering you get 500 from both of them. So no matter which one you put in, you just get money flat out. So you just get more money for using the machines versus just popping the milk in. Yeah, again, I'm going to max out very easily on money just using that alone in the summer. Speaking of summer, however, we get Hurricane Bob 2 Electric Boogaloo. Once again, we have a hurricane happening. All my cows and my chickens are going to be unhappy with me in the next day because I can't feed them at all, unfortunately. So, yeah, that's not really too much I can do about that. But the next day, however, Anne actually shows up. Azure, the hurricane yesterday was strong. I lost my weather vane during the storm. Did you see it? It might have been blown somewhere on your ranch. Could you help me find it? Sure. Thank you, Azure. That's why I like you, Azure. Finding the weather vane isn't too hard and you don't have to worry about time advancing either. Just go up to the item shed and there it is. Oh, did you find it? Good job. This weather vane is a memento from my mother. Thank you for finding it. Okay. Another weird localization thing there. Again, falling apart at the seams a little bit. Speaking of falling apart at the seams, I was shipping my tomatoes one day in the summer and then I noticed I picked up more than one from a spot. And so I decided to just keep jamming the A button down and I was like, huh, I think I just discovered a glitch in this game. All right then. So if it turns out if you don't move from a spot and you have the horse right there, since you could kind of throw the crop a little bit, if you just keep jamming the A button down, you just keep shipping. I tested this out for like a whole day and I was able to ship over 200 crops just starting from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. It was ridiculous, but it does make me curious if this is actually known or not because I did not read this anywhere, but it seems to work from either top or bottom. It's kind of fancy. I really do wonder if anybody knows about this. I really don't necessarily need to abuse this since I'm so close to the crop goal anyway. My tests of the initial 200 just kind of made me even closer. So yeah, I think this year is going to go by smoothly. Speaking of the rest of the year, in fall, all I really need to do at this point is just take care of the cows and chickens since I made more than enough crops throughout the summer that I think I should be okay. I'm going to do a little bit in the winter, but all I really need to do is just take care of the cows and chickens. So I could also just get some extra crop amounts from delivering the milk and the cheese and stuff. But yeah, winter comes by and it's the same old nonsense at this point. It's kind of just me just going through the motions. I am completing days in about just slightly under 2 minutes a pop. Since all I do is just kind of go up. I'm not even really milking the cows anymore at this point once it's winter. So I'm just going in, talking to them, feeding them, just going do the same thing with the chickens. And then the evaluation. Let's see how I did this year. So cows 4, chickens 4, cultivated more than enough already. The shipment's way overboard. The size of the house is good to go. The maximum cow affection rate's milk this time at 255. Latest funds is max. Happiness index is max. Power berries eaten 7. And this makes me ranch master. I have caught up to him. You have grown to a fine man. Please keep up the great work. Thank you. And now that I'm ranch master, the credits will play, but I'm skipping them for now. I'm going to save them for the end. But I get a trophy, ranch master mark. This is the mark of a great ranch master. Everyone respects the ranch master and longs to be one themselves. But yeah, that's pretty much the years in a nutshell. So let's get to the other evaluation, shall we? Each evaluation after that second one and I become ranch master, I start getting items. A fishing rod is the first item that you get. And then after that, you get a pickaxe, which definitely can't wait to be using that one. But the last item we get on the 5th year of playing is the umbrella. So yeah, I just played through many years. This took me many hours of time, which I cut down for you. But those 3 items are amazing. The fishing rod is the first of the items that you get. So the fishing rod, all you can really do with it is you could just go up to not this pond over here. You have to go up one screen in order to use the little pier here. You fish, you just wait, and then when you see motion, you hit the button and you get a fish. You can pick it up and ship it. And since time doesn't advance here, combine this with the hot spring and you can get infinite money easily. But the next item on our list is the pickaxe. The pickaxe, what we can do with that is finally make use of this room over here. This room has been sitting here the whole game, and this is all the pickaxe is used for, just clearing this out. You'll find some money here and there, but the thing that we're actually most looking forward to is the power berries. There is 3 more power berries left in this area. There's one near the top middle, and then you can pound this wall here in order to find a whole extra room, which has the last 2 power berries in it. Past that, there's no point to these rooms at all. You can't grow anything in here, so aside from just pounding the wall and breaking them down, it would have been nice if they had like some crops that only grew in the cave. Maybe more money out of it or something. But yes, 2 power berries are in here. One in the top left corner almost, about a couple tiles down. And then you have one more on the other side, pretty much almost adjacent to where the other one was. And that is the rest of the power berries. So yeah, this room is just a big empty mess once you just get rid of every single block. There's nothing to do in here at all. But that does complete the power berries. The last 3 are like a different color because we found them in the mines, but we have a whole flower bed of power berries. It's nice. But what does the umbrella do? See how it's raining right now? That doesn't really matter too much. But if we look at the weather tomorrow, it's warm every day. We use the umbrella, and that makes it so the next day it rains instead. So if you don't want to water your crops, you have that and you're good to go. And speaking of being good to go, I think I've shown off everything I could possibly show off for this series, aside from the credits. So I really like to thank you all for watching. This game was kind of just a relaxing and cozy experience for me. I just wanted something easy to pick up and just have at it. It was a fun time. So next time at Azure Plays, I'll see you all then.